Alright, this is Saturday, January 17th, and this is actually straight into a BluePrint 44. What was it? This is a BluePrint 45. So the previous video was, I just got done doing cardio. So this is in continuation of the cardio video, which was BluePrint 44. So whenever I do abs, I normally do cardio and then abs. And then that's my morning thing, and then I'll train later in the day. Now, when do I do abs and when do I do cardio? It ranges from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. There's a gap. You're like, well, what the hell does that mean? It means, depending on how much work I did the night before, and like depends on how excited I am, because I get it on an empty stomach. That's the key, because that's my fasting. So then I do abs after I do my cardio. And I'll explain later in extra ab videos how I supplement and how I in preps. I may not have enough food, but I may add some creatine or some glutamine or some amino acids or some sort of supplement to enhance my fat burning process. So in this ab video, this is going to be my first one, especially in the blueprints. I'm going to show you a very simple ab workout that I do from cables, because sometimes I may not be in the mood, but I can hit it hard and get results. And sometimes, and then because I'll do it like a couple times a week, and I'll explain that as the video goes on. In some blueprint ab videos, I will give you secret tips that nobody else ever known about and that does. And over the years of experimenting, to be able to separate your abdominals. There's a very special technique in its training. And some people may say I'm full of crap, but I couldn't get a six-pack for many years, but until I started learning how to control my six-pack. And there's a specific movement that I do that I've never seen anybody like done before, especially in the wheelchair. And I'm gonna tell you that, but not in this video. So guess what? You gotta find it in other blueprint videos, especially the abs and the upcoming ones. So if you want to really know the techniques, you got to figure it out. And I will put a special little, like a sign that says this is the golden technique. And I'm going to put that very distinct in the video. We're in the video, it's just going to be random. So guess what? You're going to have to watch the video. And if you don't like it, then don't do it. Then don't figure out the golden technique, the secret that you guys are all destined to know. Because it may, and on top of that, I may add some techniques and stuff with the cardio video, because not everybody gives all their tips. I give you about 90%. But what about the other 10%? Maybe. I may give you a 91% or 92%, or maybe a 92.365%. But as this goes on, I will give little techniques and tips and stuff like that, and like what other foods can you add in? And we're gonna go shopping. We're gonna go shopping. I'm gonna show you that. And because like abs, it's not just about doing techniques. And I'm telling you this stuff because in order to have abs, it's not just doing an ab exercise. You gotta get rid of the fat, and you gotta learn how to eat correctly. And a lot of people can't explain that. They say eat healthy, and they're like, okay, I'll eat an apple and a banana. But no, that's gonna make you fat. And I'll explain why. You're like, what? I've seen it all the time. I don't eat no fruits. And I barely eat any vegetables whenever I do shows. But yet I'm the best in the world because I know what works. And I'm going to tell you what I do. But I use other stuff to substitute. Because I may not eat an apple, and I may not eat like, spinach or so forth. But guess what? I have all my vitamins and minerals, and I got concentrate of vitamins and vegetables. Because instead of eating the banana to add that many more carbs, I got special techniques that I use that works, and you get all the vitamins and nutrition from the banana. I just don't eat the banana. And it's like, what the hell does that mean? But guess what? Watch the videos, and I'll give you the golden technique. That's right. So, with that being said, this is specifically abs to get all different portions of your six-pack, and we're going to go into it now. I'm going to show you my six-pack now. No, because this is off season. This is in prep to be shredded. In 4 months, I will show you what my six-pack look like. And I'll be totally diced and shredded. And when I win the show and dominate, you can go back to this first ab video and you'll be like, well, you were right. And you know what? I would say, yes, I am, and I know it. Because I'm Nick Scott, I'm the world champion and the #1 IFBB pro in the world. And if you don't like it, oh well, end of story. So with these abs, we're gonna do 4 exercises, 4 different movements, all from a high pulley cable, one side. So it's gonna be very simple, and believe it or not, you don't have to do much change to be a different exercise, and that's the golden technique, what you need to understand. So first off, it's gonna be a straight up and down, and with all the abs, you wanna make sure you wanna kind of arch up like this. You want to go up, and then when you crunch in, go straight down. Like if somebody's going to punch you in the stomach. So you want to arch back to arch your back, like so, and then like somebody punches you in the stomach. Paw! So what you want to do is you want to take your chin and drive it toward drive your body like this, and crunch down to your crotch, like down. And you'll feel your abs tight up. Just try that. That's the feel that you want. Now the secret is you add resistance. So it's that movement plus add resistance. So arch your back, crunch in. Arch your back, crunch in. So first movement number 1, it's always going to be that. First movement, it's going to be 2 hands in the front. So I'm going to have the high pulley like this, and I'm going to hold it right by my head, and I'm going to come down, straight in. Same movement, just holding weight. The concept is, so you're just doing this body weight, so I need to make it harder. So I'm holding weight to stretch me, so I'm crunching down with the weight. So now it's going to add resistance. So that's movement 1. Now movement 2 is going to be a single grip, and I'm going to add a twist. So I'm going to be right here, and you're going to spread your legs a little bit, and you're going to take your elbow, and you're going to come in towards your crotch. You're not going to do this movement, but you're going to have it by your head, and your body's going to come down. This is working a different muscle. It's just keep it steady and go up like this. Because the key is you just want to make your body stationary and just move it with your midsection, not your arms. You don't want to do this crap either. You want to just hold it steady and then crunch by one arm. So that's a twisting. So the ab is actually, there's no such thing as a 6-pack, okay? And an 8-pack. There's no such thing. It's just what, look at an anatomy chart. And people are like, no, you got your upper abs, lower abs. They're full of crap. Look at an anatomy chart. This is called the rectus abdominis. This one muscle. You're like, well, how the hell does it have different, like, notches? And that's separated between the ligaments. Pay very close attention to an anatomy chart, and there's no such thing as working upper abs and lower abs because you extend it. You can put more emphasis, but it's just one muscle. And when you have low body fat, then the fat gets reduced and those ab muscles will pop out because your body will shrink and like those notches will show because the skin is going in between those sections that are separated by your ligaments. So, but there's serratus, you got your serratus and the external obliques. Those are different muscles. That's why when we twist, it's going to work the external obliques. So that's exercise number 2. We're just going to focus on one side at a time, then switch like this. So that's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3 is a super twist. So 1, we go straight. 2, we go in between our leg. 3, take the elbow and go on this side. But we're going to come furthermore by the knee. Because now, step 1, in between it's coming in. Step 2, when we twist outside, you're going to lean over like this. Okay? So that's what we're going to do for exercise number 3. And then we're going to alternate to do the opposite side. So what's the point? To get a bigger twist. It's going to go deeper in the externals as well as twist your rectus abdominis differently. It's about hitting it from different angles. And number 3 is a side movement. Just like you were going like this, the next one is coming down to your side. And the key here is when you go crunch down, bring your hip up. So it's not just go straight down, but it's about bringing your hip up. Right there. If you can move this, you got to bring this up at the same time, and it contracts it totally different. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do one exercise, number 1 first, then the second, then the third, then the fourth. I'm going to do 4 sets each. Now I'm just going to show you one set per exercise, and I'm going to talk through it. Then I'm going to do 3 more myself without videoing, so I can just focus on contracting it myself. But I'm going to explain to you guys and give you tips and techniques and go in depth. So this isn't a boring ass video, but more of an educational ab exercise by the world champion! So when doing this is on a high pulley curl, meaning you're using the pulleys that are at the top, because that's a high pulley because it's higher, and that's a low pulley. That's low. So some people do this with rope. You've probably seen Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you see tons of people doing the rope. But as I learned, the rope hurts the crap out of my hand. So what I do, instead of using the rope, I use 2 single grips, because I'm going to hold my hand vertically like this instead of like a rope like this. Because as you do it, try it. It's more comfortable with using single grips than the rope. And some of you guys are like, well, I can't reach it, Nick. Look at you. I don't have this. Well, what you want to do is you want to pull out the pin. Now, you just grab this cable and you lift that down. See that? So you got to just lift up the base plate and this comes down. So now it's reachable. If you're in a chair or you're just vertically challenged, we'll call it that, you know, and then you put the weight. So I'm just going to start out with 100 pounds. See, I even got room. If you need to go lower, do it. But the key is just have it so I can pull it down some. So you don't just instantly just have it here and you're slamming the weights. So again, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to keep it straight up, and I'm going to crunch in, not forward. That's a different exercise. That's a different variation. Again, right now, I'm going to focus on those 4 that we talked about, and then I can show you different technique, because there's a different technique to go forward and extend more, and it works the abs totally different. It involves other muscles. So as we do more ab exercise videos and stuff, I'm going to give you a whole book full of knowledge of abs in the wheelchair, seated, challenge, one arm, handless, armless, you name it. And I'm going to make it work. Plus, in other videos, the golden movements. With that being said, 100 pounds, I'm just going to hold this by my head. I'm going to keep my upper body extended. I don't have brakes. You can put your feet here, put your feet right in front of you, extend, crunch in, not forward. Crunch in. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop by your head. 8, 9, 10, 11. You're like, well, why don't you go down all the way? That's as much as I go. I can go down if I grab my arms. But again, that's the arm movement. So just go as much as you can. Lost count. And as you come to the front, come more to the front, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me just twist. Move over there a little bit. I'm going to show you. So from the front, it's going to look like this. So it's just like right there, like this, in 360 version. So that's what it looks like. That's exercise number 1. How many reps do you do? It just depends. Some days I feel like going heavier with more weight and not as many reps. But I normally keep it about 12. Sometimes I'll do, I normally keep it about 15. Sometimes I'll do 12. Sometimes I'll do 20. Sometimes I'll do 25. You're like, well, that's a hell of a range, 12 to 25. You know what? Sometimes I do 30. You're like, well, what is it? You know what? Just with time, you'll understand, because the heavier you go, it's a lower rep. I don't go 5. The lowest I'll ever go on abs is 12. Most I go is maybe 30. I don't go for 50 and so forth like that. 30 is just rare. It's normally 12 to 20. It's more like sometimes I want to burn, sometimes I want to move the weight. But it really depends on how I'm feeling at the time being. And that's what you're really going to understand. With that being said, I'm going to do 3 more. That's the only video of that I'm going to show you. Then I'm going to show you the 3 other ones, and that's going to be the it of abs. But that's exercise number 1. and really concentrate on squeezing and feel your abs come apart. Squeeze, feel your abs come apart. That's a huge, huge part in ab development. So with the second exercise, you're going to hold a rub by your head and you're going to come in between your crotch right here. And when you do it, you really want to focus on, if you're doing the right side, you want to focus on the right side. So you want to squeeze, really squeeze into your abs. Contract it, like just sit there and just contract, sit down and contract your abs. But twist. You should be able to just feel your abs contract. Just hold your arm right here. Do it without weight first. Really feel it contract right in the right side as you crunch down and toward your crotch. And if you exhale, when you go down, you can contract your abs that much harder. So I'm just going to do 70 pounds. I took off one single hand clip up here. So you're going to see this. So I'm going to focus on squeezing and to contract it right there. So I'm going to hold this by my head right here. I'm going to spread my legs. And I'm going to hold this like my hand toward my face. Some people hold it like this, but I like to hold my palm here and just squeeze in. There's 1, 2, 3, and it burns like crap. 4, 5, 6, 7. Pay close attention to how I bring it inwards right here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, squeeze it, 14, and 15. Now when you do this, really concentrate. Now I'm going to switch. You do one hand at a time. Now what about this other hand? Some people hold it here, hold your chair, hold your leg, something. And if you're an able body or a walkie, as the handicap call you people, you know, sit down, use a bench. You'll feel this too. Just do one set at a time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze. 7, 8, 9. Now really concentrate. Don't just go like this and just, move your arm. This is considered a reverse lat pull down. Don't do that. It's about just holding your hand in place and really concentrate on squeezing with the abs. Your arm is just a movement of your upper body. I guess it's 15. If not, I'll be lopsided. That's why you want to do stuff evenly, so your body becomes evenly proportioned. So when you mix and match reps, you're going to be lopsided. So that's why you develop your body symmetrically. So this is exercise number 2. I'm going to do 3 more sets, but this is the only one you're going to see of that. And I'm going to move into exercise number 3 to demonstrate that for you guys as well. Now, with exercise number 3, I'm already into like 8 working sets for doing abs. So starting this one, after I complete the 3rd exercise, it's going to be 12 working sets. And then my 4th one will be, after doing 4 sets for that, is 16 working sets. So it ranges how many sets I do. So this one, we just got to do it in between legs and close to us. So it's like in this zone. First it was like close, like this zone right here with both, then this zone. Now we're going to aim for this zone. You're going to take the elbow it's more of a range, and you're going to lean forward more. Whereas first, it was close to your body, so now this one, you're going to go outside your leg and lean over more. So it's more of a stretch. You have to lean more. So it's going to reach. There's times when it's going to be reach close, but it's going to be close, close, now it's range. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So to demonstrate this, it's going to be right here. I'm going to put my legs right here. If you can't, just keep it there, whatever. You're going to find your own rhythm. Play around with it, what feels comfortable to you. But again, I got it jacked up here, and it's going to be, this time, it's not so much forward to in my palm like this. It's more of a caddy corner, so I can go outwards more. So again, I keep my arms stationary, and I'm going to go range. Really twist it. 5. Really concentrate on the outside. 6. On the outside here. Really crunch in. 8. 9. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Alright. So sure that was 15. As I'm talking, I concentrate on what I'm saying and I lose track of how many damn reps I do. That's the only thing. So the goal was 15 that time. So I miscounted. Oh well. Alright, so, because I'm trying to help you guys. I'm going to switch the other side. Shoot, do a twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Alright, see, I got 15 that time because I focused more. Because when I do this, I'm really getting in the zone, actually explaining and talking to you guys and being real. And it's like, because, you know, I'm not trying to make up crap, but this is the stuff that I actually do. And it's what worked over the years for me. And I know it works because there's a lot of research done behind all this from studying a lot of the material, the concept. I just kind of put my own 2 cents and I just adjusted it for me. Because some people do this stuff standing up or they have different variations and whatnot. But as the years went on, I kind of tweaked it and made it work for people that are seated or wheelchairs or that overcome different obstacles and, you know, that just don't know what to do. So this is really about educating you to better yourself. So it's like building a big treasure chest full of tools for you to get the results that you were trying to seek, regardless if it's for any sport, or if it's just weight loss, or if it's for general health, just in general. So I'm going to do this 3 more sets, and that was 70 pounds. I'm going to increase the weight, maybe just keep it at 15, and it just depends on how I'm feeling. And then I'm going to show you the 4th one, and that's it. So my last set, last exercise is just going to be, you hold the cable right by your head and you're going to go sideways. Again, lift up your hip if you can. If not, just crunch down. And you actually want to drive your elbow close to your side. Now again, don't move. It's not about your elbow, but it's about using your body. But your elbow is a guide. I'm going to hold the set of my wheelchair as I crunch down. And how I'm going to place myself, I'm just going to be directly parallel, my wheel parallel to the stack of weights. So I'm just going to here, I'm just going to drive it down. Just like that. 3, 4, 5, 6. If you pay attention here, I'm lifting up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that was one side. So I'm just going to turn around just like this so you can see the opposite side. So it's just simple like that. Again, parallel. I'm going to hold it right here. And again, pay attention. It's about the hip, bringing the hip up. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. In doing that, you're going to have to really pay attention to the contraction, the squeeze. If you don't feel it first, you're going to have to play around with it to really squeeze it. There's going to be different techniques to that. And there's a little secret move that I use to even drive it back towards your, like the back side. That's a whole nother subject, but I don't want to confuse it too much. There's 4 very simple techniques that you can do pretty much anywhere. And even if you can do it at your own home by using resistance band. So I'm going to show you. You can just pick anywhere and everywhere and you can do it. And that's going to be another section for home training. Other than that, this gives a recap of pretty much like my ab workout. And then, you know, again, like, comment, you know, put your own 2 cents. Ask me questions, or you know, if you want to judge me and my techniques and so forth, leave a comment. Let me know your 2 cents and whatnot. Sometimes I'll maybe pay attention. Other times I just don't really care. I mean, because again, everybody's going to judge you and criticize you. But hey, that's just the world. And a lot of people will tell you I'm doing it wrong. Maybe they give me compliments doing it right. Otherwise, this is life. So be the best that you can be. Again, share, like to your mother, brother, sister, share to your family, your auntie, uncle, nephew, stepbrother, stepsister, everybody. Because again, this is lesson 101 with the Beast at beastcoaching.com.
Wheelchair Athletics Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit that provides and supports disabled athletes. Please support our cause. Volunteer, donate funds, mail items for the eBay store.